How important is a man's income in dating? How important is it? Does it matter how much money he makes? Is there an average that he has to date for you to continue to date him? These are things you need to know, ladies, when you are dating for marriage. Okay, make sure you know what you're dating for, because everybody ain't dating for marriage. I tried to come on earlier while my little boy was at tutoring at the library and the phone was going in and out. So I just jumped off, deleted that video, and excuse me, I wanted to come live, but I couldn't. I got home, but the landscaper was here because my husband is gonna take off all this grass, lawn, and we're getting new little sod or lawn or whatever. Child, man was here replacing our sprinkling system. So I couldn't come on. But anyways, I wanted to talk about this really, really quick. So I posted in my community tab that I'm trying to get to about a post that's been going on around Facebook about a man's income. If you had to choose between a street guy that's making 250 versus just a decent guy that's making 40, which one would you choose? Now I said I wouldn't choose none of them. And it's really busy today, child. I wouldn't choose none of them. One, because I don't do street dudes. Okay, so that's a part of the data gathering. I don't do street dudes, so I wouldn't choose the street guy. But I wouldn't choose the guys that make you $40,000 either, because I already know what my expenses are, and that's not going to cover my expenses. Okay, a family of four or five or whatever. And so the question is, how important is his income? Is it important to you? Does it matter? I was reading a comment earlier before I deleted the other video. The young lady was saying, we have to calculate in character and integrity and all of those things, which we should, but I'm just letting you know, character integrity is not going to pay no bills, okay? A character and integrity is extremely important, but at the end of the day, my husband has to pay this man almost $5,000 to do our lawn, to put on to strip my lawn, because I'm on a corner, as you can tell. We have a lot of land, and to strip the lawn and plow it and put down new sod and fix the sprinkling system, it's gonna cost him some money. And my husband is a man of character and integrity, but it costs money. When my husband goes to pay the mortgage, it's on auto pay. It's money. It's not character and integrity. So yes, character and integrity is important, but his ability to provide is also important. So how important is a man's ability to provide for you? Personally, I think, ladies, you should not marry a man who is not able to accomplish his role in your life. And the number one role in a man's life is to provide, protect, and to profess. By the way, I went to the Jamaican restaurant. Oop, oop, and I got ackee, saltfish, cabbage, and thingy. So I guess I'm gonna eat that later because my fork fell. Let me get this out of the way before the kids come out. Okay, so how important these are things you're not taught, especially in the church. All you're taught is he must be saved, and as long as he's saved, he's good. And how many of you know that's not true? Because divorce is worse in the church than it is in the world. And I believe divorce is worse in the church than it is in the world, because people get married on spirituality. They get married. I said, man, get married on being heavenly bound, but you don't think out your life enough while you're living on earth. He's saved, but he ain't got no job. He's saved, but he can't keep a job. He's saved, but he's not marketable. He's saved, but he can't walk in the building and go get a job. And so for me, when I was dating, his income was just as important as his salvation. If I didn't say, be sure to subscribe, thumbs up, share this out if you can. His though, for me on my list, income was number 4, But his income was just as important as his salvation for Christ. Okay. Not only was his income important, but his marketability. These are things we are not taught, especially in the black church, because we all about struggle. We gonna struggle, we gonna pray, and Jesus is gonna fix it, honey. Jesus is gonna provide some money from to put some food on this table. We gonna live in a miracle for this food. But I don't want to live by miracles. I want to live a blessed and a prosperous and a fulfilling and a comfortable life. And I understood, in order for me to do that, the man I chose must be able to fulfill his role as provider, professor, and protector. So me personally, I would be manless. I wouldn't have no man, because I don't do street criminals. And the man that's making 40,000, like I said in my video, after Uncle Sam get done with it, you only left with 20,000. Look at your paycheck. My paycheck is half when I bring it home. Okay, granted, I have a lot of stuff taken out. Okay. So how important is his income? Are these things you're calculating, or are you one of those delusional, foolish women who marry a man based on his potential? And then you're going to have to pray and believe God and cry and fast and pray and cuss and fight for him to become what you need him to become. And my thing is, if the man that I'm dating, gathering data, is not what I need, and I need to fix him up, or he needs to become something else so that he can be what I need, that's not the man for me. Because I'm ready to get married right now. If you're not ready to get married right now, and you need to work on your money, and you need to work on your record, and you need to work on your credit and all of that stuff, I'm not the one for you, because I'm trying to get married right now, in a year or a year and a half. So, ladies, when you're dating, how important is the money? So it was really easy. This is one of the reasons why it was easy for me to walk away from men. You flip your hamburgers at McDonald's. I'm not interested. Do you own the McDonald's? Nah, man, I'm just flipping burgers. Bye. Now, if you own the McDonald's, then we can have a conversation. But if you're just flipping burgers and you need me to believe in you and invest in you and pray with you and believe God with you and hook a Messiah and go take a loan in order for you to own the McDonald's so you can be what I need you to be, you're not the one for me. And I'm not about to be your mama. Your mama, your auntie, your uncle, and your daddy should have did that for you. I am the woman you are trying to marry, who is supposed to respect you, honor you, adore you, trust you, admire you. A lot of women do not admire their husband. Why would you marry a man you don't admire? A lot of wives do not respect their husband. Why would you respect a man you don't why would you marry a man you don't respect? And let me explain to you something, ladies. Respect is a before marriage decision. Come on, somebody. You don't decide to respect him after you get married. You ask yourself in the dating process, is this a man I can respect? Is this a man I can honor? Is this a man I can adore? Is this a man I can submit to? What does it mean to submit? See my video, I taught about submission. Because the church don't teach what submission is. People don't understand submission. Ask yourself, have you ever heard anybody teach submission the way I've taught it? Put the link in there, I'll go watch it before I taught it. So dating is about gathering data so that you can make an informed decision. There was another post I posted on my community tab. Y'all check my community tab, it be on fire. I talked about this last night, but I wanted to talk about it again this morning, tonight. And I wanted to do a video specifically on this. As a matter of fact, I wanted to do a live on this. But as you can see, I run out of time. And these two are going hand in hand, because over here I teach about gathering data, right? I teach about knowing what you want in a husband. And if you're dating a guy and he's not adding up, you move along, you drop. You don't try to fix him. I don't need no explanation. You ain't it, right? Drop him. He got raggedy teeth. You like a man with nice teeth? Drop him. He ain't got no job. You want a man that's gonna provide? Drop him. He got 55 kids. You don't want a man with 55 kids? Drop him. Me, I wasn't interested in dating men who didn't have a father in their life. So, in talking about how important is the man's income, here is another post that is going around on Facebook, and the women are mad, and you can read the comments on this in my communities tab, and the women are not happy about what I said. And so he said, I think what happened is they matched or something, or she reached out to him. He said, I just read your bio. I'm sorry. I don't think we're a good match. Talking about online dating. I don't know why y'all don't like online dating. I love it. That is because it's so easy to go through the guys. When I was dating and I was online dating, I could read their bio and I could gather the data I need, and I was able to make a decision. So it looks as if she reached out to him or however he worked on wherever. And he says to her, I just read your bio. I'm sorry. I don't think we'd be a good match. She said, out of curiosity, which part made you determine that? Okay. Talking about what? Talking about gathering data. Data gathering. I'm telling you, you've got to get this data gathering thing. My book is coming soon. Okay. So she asked him, out of curiosity, what part made you determine that? So he's going to list the data he gathered. He said, you're a single mother. So because you're a single mother, I'll come second to your children that aren't even mine. Also, which is totally understandable, by the way. Some people's mad about this because we know single mamas, we hear, I see it all the time in the groups. I see it all the time in the marriage groups. I talk to a lot of women. We hear it all the time. I ain't going to put no man before my kids. Tell me I'm lying. Did I lie? Did I lie? Then let me tell you, I am saved. I am sanctified. I am filled with the Holy Ghost. I love God. Okay. I am a Bible scholar without a degree. Jakes, Bynum, Osteen, I could sit at the table with the best preachers in the United States and I can hold my own. But let me tell you, it takes God. When you have kids before you get married, it takes the Holy Ghost to help you to understand that it's God, your husband, and your children next. So let's not pretend, single mamas, that you're not walking around talking about you ain't gonna put no man before your kid, before your husband. You're not gonna put no man before your children. So because you have kids, the man is gathering data, and yes, probably thinking, okay, that means I'm gonna come second to those kids. Let's read on. He said, well, that's understandable, by the way. Also, you have kids and you're 35, so you probably don't want any more. Even if you did, it's about a 70% chance that you can't. Why y'all mad? Why y'all mad? How many times y'all done told me, girl, you crazy? You, both your kids are 20 years apart? Yeah. I had Lexi at 16. I got married at 35. How many 35-year-old women that have multiple kids by multiple baby daddies want to get married and have kids again? Not too many. Out of 10, you might get a 0.5 that want to do that. Because by the time they're 35, the kids are probably teenagers and they're getting ready to be grandmothers in this day and time. There's 35-year-old grandmothers. So let's not pretend that if you are a 35-year-old woman with multiple kids with multiple baby daddies, let's not pretend you want to, oh, I want to have more kids. No, you don't. There's a very, 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 very small percentage of women who want to have kids. And those are usually the women like myself who had a baby as a teenager, and then you decide to lock the shop up, and you get married later, and you get married and you have kids. And I told y'all me and my husband was trying for another one. Okay? Let's not pretend. And then he said there's a 70% chance that you can. Can we not pretend? Can we not pretend that there's a lot of infertilities with women 35 and over? Our eggs, things start to go down the drain. Can we not pretend it's true? And he said 70%. You're right. Ooh, it's noisy out here today. Yeah, it's true. There are very few women like myself who at 42, the doctors was like, Miss Thompson, how old are you? 42. You sure? Yes. I was born 1977. Miss Thompson, you got so many eggs. Your ovaries are glorious, little white lady. She said, Miss Thompson, your ovaries are glorious. The other doctor, male doctor, he said, Miss Thompson, you sure you got a lot of eggs? Do you want to donate some? No, I don't. Okay. Can we not act? Come on, you ladies. Come on, get out your feelings. You're also an independent woman. This independent woman mindset is sinking a lot of Black women. You cannot walk around, ladies, and talk about your strong, independent Black woman who don't need a man, but you still want to attract the shepherd. You're not going to attract the shepherd. Mm-hmm.
Well, I wear your shirt.
Oh, this is your graduation gown.
No, this is not mine. Hey, I made it like that way, Mom.
You can't serve two gods. Close the door. Daddy's on the phone. Conference call. You cannot serve the God of strong, independent, strong Black woman that don't need a man, and serve the God of a soft, feminine woman who needs a husband. And it's not only about money,
Mom?
but you must understand that the shepherd husband, the Psalm 23 husband, the man that prepared himself to be a husband, they want to be needed. That is a part of being a husband, is to be needed. They get fulfillment from being needed. So when you talk about I don't need a man, well, the shepherd who needs the sheep to need him don't need you.
Can I go on the lawn?
Sure. This is why a whole lot of people's gonna wake up in hell, because they talk about they don't need Jesus. Oh, I'm a good person. I don't need him. Well, in hell, you will open up your eyes, baby. Because let me tell you, being a good person is not enough to get into heaven. It's the same concept. Jesus needs to be needed. A good husband needs to be needed. So I'm just letting you know, you can't serve the God of strong, independent Black women who don't need a man, and at the same time serve the God of soft, feminine woman who needs a good husband. Michael, up here. It don't go that way. Jesus said you can't serve two masters. Choose a lane and walk into it. And Black women, when you walk around, talk about I'm a strong, independent Black woman, it gives off a certain smell. And the shepherd and the Psalm 23 husband, the prepared man, do not need a strong, independent Black woman who don't need a man. They don't need you. So I want you to understand, when you're saying these things and you're putting these things online on your social media, I'm just letting you know there are some seeds you are planting and you're going to reap the harvest. Okay, let's read. He said, this is all in her profile now. He said, you're also an independent woman, so your career will come before me as well. Most likely not submissive. Exactly. Strong, independent Black women who don't need a man are not submissive. Because you don't need him. So because you don't need him, you don't understand submission. See, you don't understand the vision. You don't understand submission. You don't understand that submission means to come under his vision, not your vision. His vision. Okay? Submission about coming under his vision, not your vision. Okay, these are all things he's gathering about you. Most likely not submissive. Have the same, I don't need a man, I want a man. Exactly. I don't need a man, I want a man. You don't need the shepherd husband. You don't need you don't need the shepherd. You don't need the Psalm 23. You don't need the prepared husband because the Psalm 23 husband, the shepherd husband, the prepared husband, they want to be needed and wanted. Close it.
Okay, go feedback.
Okay, close it. Okay. I'm just letting you know. Decide who you want. Pookie Rare, Tyrone, the scrub, or a Dusty. Or the prepared husband, Psalm 23 husband, the shepherd. Prepared husband, shepherd, Psalm 23 husband. They don't marry strong, independent. They don't marry strong, independent black women who don't need a man. Little Michael left the door open. Okay, let me hurry up and get up. It's getting dark out here. Okay, most likely not submissive, have the same I don't need a man, I want a man mentality as all the other girls that let that social construct brainwash them. That's right, brainwashed. Then you get 40 and, oh, I do need a man. Oh, I need one because I need a baby. Oh, I thought you said you didn't need one.
Thank you, Mom.
Uh-huh. I'm almost done, Mike. Mm-hmm. Michael,
Yes.
stay up here if you're going to eat, please. Okay? When girls typically say they are independent, they use it as an excuse for their bad behavior and masculine traits. I want a stay at home wife that's the mother to my children who will give me stability and will stay loyal to me and is submissive. But that's impossible to find. Sorry for the rant. Modern day dating is impossible for men like me. And so, what I said in my comments is he needs to find the type of woman he wants and put himself in their environment. It's the same thing with the woman. Find the type of man that you want. Where does he hang out? And put yourself in his environment. And it will work. That's how they go into connect. But he is right. Most women are strong, independent black women who I don't need a man till they get 40. And you're like, oh my God, I need a baby. Or you're tired. Like what's her name said, I'm ready to love. My mama lied to me. My mama was wrong. I'm 40 and I'm tired. Yeah. Because God did not create us to live the way we're living. Okay. You heard what's her name say, get a ring by spring. I told y'all white girls go to college and they're told get a ring by spring. Black girls are told you're a strong, independent black woman. You don't need a man. Okay. So it's all about gathering data. So if you go in my comments, a lot of the women were having hissy pissy, and even on Facebook group in the group, they were having hissy pissy for the man who said, "This is what I got from your profile." That he is gathering data. He is correct. Because the same thing I said over here, man call me queen. I'm running to the hills because queen is struggle. You want me to struggle with you, you know? Flowers is a waste of money. I'm gone. Michael, up here, please. All right. So these are things, ladies, you need to think about. Those of you who's dating online, you need to check those profile. I'm going to be doing that in my dating course. Let's check your profile. What's in there that may be a turn off to men? But also, if you're a strong, independent black woman who don't need a man, honey, those clause is going to show, and the provider, the protector, this proverb, the Psalm 23 husband, he's going to realize you're not a real feminine woman. You're a fake feminine woman. I'm working something on fake femininity because you get 3740 and you realize the strong, independent black woman has not worked for you. And now you want to come over and be feminine, and he going to figure it out because you spent 20 years serving the God of strong, independent black women who don't need them, and you start serving the God of soft, feminine woman, and then you expect to unlearn and be soft and feminine in 2 days, and it don't work like that. I got to go, girl. I love you. Let me know what you think. I love you. Married at First Sight. I'll talk about that tomorrow morning. Be sure to subscribe, thumbs up, share this out. The Naked Wife is a good book for you to get up, Miss. Oh, it doesn't matter how much he made. We gonna put our money together. Okay. Bye. Love you. Talk to you later. Bye.